9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to Throwback Time Machine. We need like an opening, but I don't have one.
I'm Lee, and this is Lola, and this is the Throwback Time Machine, or something like that.
I'm Lola.
I'm Lee.
We're doing a podcast.
We're watching old TV shows and seeing if they live up to their glory days.
We started off with Danny Phantom.
Yep. Which I have never seen before, so this has been a fun journey for me.
So we watched the first 2 episodes of Danny Phantom, Mystery Meat and Parental Bonding.
Oh God.
It sounds ridiculous, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. What is this? What is this show? So
far, not that bad.
Yeah, I still love it. So I guess we can start off with, how do you feel about the show so far?
So my first note, because the only thing that I knew about Danny Phantom before watching was the fact that Danny was half ghost, and he would, like, go ghost whenever he turned into a superhero, which reminds me of the meme, I guess I'll die now. So every time he transforms, that's what I think. Just, I guess I'll die now.
Danny is the embodiment of, I guess I'll die now.
Because he dies.
I mean, he does. That's something that's very much glossed over in the show, but he literally dies.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
What?
He's dead. Also,
they killed a 14-year-old.
Also, apparently, they rewrote his molecules, but his clothes changed color, too, because he wore the white hazmat suit, and then it turned black because his molecules got rewritten.
He changed, everything about him changed, except his skin color. His skin color did not go back, did not reverse.
Yeah.
So his clothes changed color, his eyes changed color, his hair changed color, but for some reason his skin doesn't change color.
I wouldn't say that his eyes went reverse, because the opposite.
They didn't go reverse,
right?
No.
They just changed to the color of ectoplasm.
They did,
because that's what he is now. He is ectoplasm. Also, Danny needs to stop vaping or smoking, because every time a ghost is nearby, there is smoke coming out of his mouth.
It always made me think, okay, so whenever people would talk about, like, spidey senses,
mm-hmm.
I never watched the Spider-Man shows,
mm-hmm.
so, like, they'd be like, my spidey senses are tingling, and I would be like, ghost senses. So, like, I imagined Spider-Man had some sort of weird, like...
Spiders do not come out of his mouth!
I didn't think spiders did, but, like, I couldn't disconnect spidey senses from this, like, weird, like, ooh, cold air.
No, he just had, like, you know, that feeling like Miss Clavel from Madeline, who'd be like, something is not right. He just had a feeling that something was not okay, and, like, his senses were heightened because spiders.
I don't know anything about Madeline.
You don't know Madeline?!
No, I don't.
That is my childhood! A little house in Paris, all covered in vines, lived 12 little girls in 2 straight lines, and the smallest of them all was Madeline.
Well,
that's literally the beginning of the book.
I can still rap the Danny Phantom theme.
Oh my God. Which, that is the most, like... what's the first line of the...
Young Danny Phantom, he was just
14. No, just the very first lines of the theme song. He's a ghost or something like that.
He's a phantom.
Yes, that's it! I had to hold back my laughter because I was like, oh my God. No.
He's a phantom.
Also, it is a very stereotypical, like, I guess, quote unquote, 90s kids show theme song.
I mean, yeah. It's early 2000s, I think.
Yes.
Is it? I don't
know.
What time did this?
But it's like, for that era, it's like a lot of the songs were like that, and I was just like, oh, there we go.
2004. Came out in 2004.
Okay, so early 2000s. Still a very Like, that's the theme songs that were...
Yeah, this is a very typical theme song. Can I just say, I want Tucker's confidence. Tucker's like, you can't keep me caged up. I'm the best. And I'm like, Tucker, you're so lame by objective standards. But you have so much confidence. He should teach a course.
One of my favorite lines from Tucker in the first episode, what is it? Sweet mother of mutton!
But also, what constitutes an all-meat streak, Tucker? I'm so concerned.
I'm pretty sure he ate meat for like a straight week.
Yeah, have you never eaten vegetables?
He must be Dalton.
How are you... How are you not dead? Like, and same thing with Sam. Sam is like, we don't need protein. Yes, you do, Sam. You need meat. How are neither of you? How is Danny the dead one? How are you? How are both of you still alive? I still want to know. They address it in the show.
What?
When Danny is like, how did you both put together a protest in one night? How? They're 14. They
explained.
I don't. They're 14 in an era
also
before Facebook was really a thing. Did they have, like, phone trees and they just called everyone? They were like, no.
Call your meaty friends.
We're getting together. They had stages and sound equipment and megaphones and posters. How did you do this?
I don't know.
And did they sleep in the last 24
No!
hours? Because I don't think they did. I think they 100% stayed up for 24 hours to put together these ridiculous protests.
I just have to say, though, the ghost lunch lady was the true hero of the show. You cannot simply just take meat out of the diet and have it be okay.
Yeah, fair.
Also, meat suit, activate!
Oh, there's another thing I want to talk about. Okay. Can we please talk about...
Yes.
Why does this school have a warehouse of unrefrigerated meat?
I thought they were all refrigerated. Oh, they wouldn't know.
They were
not
just
cold at all.
They were just in a warehouse.
I saw a veal on a box and got very offended.
Of cardboard boxes full of meat, which, as far as I could tell, did not have any plastic wrapping around them. So they're just wet meat in cardboard boxes in an unrefrigerated warehouse somewhere on campus.
Oh my god. It's on the lower floors too, because they had to sink down to go get it.
Yeah, like, they just have a hidden basement of meat.
Speaking of the high school, though, Casper High? Really? Really?
I forgot it was called Casper High.
Can you be any more obvious to the fact that your main character is a fucking ghost? We'll talk more about their family because their family sucks.
Oh, real quick though.
What?
Back with the ultra recycled vegetarian. If anyone is listening, here's a fun tip for you. If it's recyclable, you can't eat it.
Fair.
I mean, compostable I would get, but recyclable foods don't exist. You can't take food and turn it into food again. Don't eat anything that's recyclable. You will die. Okay. Let's talk about their family.
Oh my god. Their dad is a fucking airhead.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Also, very Rick and Morty, because I've been watching, like, the recent episodes with PJ, and my god, that family dynamic. Because, like, with Rick and Morty right now, the kids, Morty's sister and, Morty, they're the only sane people at this moment because everybody else is having other issues. But just with the sister reading the therapy book and trying to be a therapeutic kind of person. Also, I like the fact that she's like, no, you guys are idiots. Please be the parental units that your son needs. She's like, I may be 16, but I'm more mature than you at heart.
I'm
gonna drive Danny to school. She must be a ghost.
Exactly. I love that her dad's first response to Jazz wanting to drive Danny to school is, this is out of the ordinary. She is therefore a ghost. Like, does becoming a ghost change your entire personality? I don't think it does.
I mean, we don't really know how Danny was before he turned ghost.
That's true.
Danny could have a completely different personality. Also, I still firmly believe that Danny is trans.
I do. That's a theory that I will talk about.
Because during his first transformation sequence, I was just like, boob slip.
What?
Well, because like his Danny's torso was a little more defined like during that point. And so I was like, yeah.
It'll happen at random points, and it looks like that is. I'm on board with this.
I still like that.
That's one of my favorite theories.
I put it in all caps and underlined.
Danny is trans.
No, just trans.
Just trans. Can we talk about how the characters seem to have a difficult relationship with their pupils? Like the pupils in their eye. They all have irises. Not all of them have pupils.
It's an art choice, I think. Or maybe just...
Why is it... And it seems random. And some characters will
Sometimes animators forget. Get over it.
Okay, but like, if you pay attention to their dad's eyes... Like, sometimes he'll have pupils, and sometimes he won't. Like, at least Sam and Tucker never have pupils. But their dad will randomly have pupils in one scene and then not in the next.
Animators forget, Lola.
Alright, that's fair.
Oh, also, denial relationship with Sam and Danny.
He's not my boyfriend! Okay, yeah. Okay, I also made a comment about this, and it's in parental bonding. He's not my boyfriend! And she's like, he's my best friend. And I'm like, honey, this is the early 2000s. We've all seen When Harry Met Sally. That's a lie. I have not seen When Harry Met Sally. But I know the premise of When Harry Met Sally. We know how this is going to end. Just wait a couple seasons.
Also, Danny with them kicks. That's his only, like, fighting style is kicking people.
Yes, that's true. He does not seem to know how to do anything other than kick people. I really love his outburst. It's a lie! I'm not a ghost!
Second episode?
Yeah, I don't really have anything funny to say about that. I think it's just like a gift. And
I haven't even got to the second episode of notes. Another favorite quote from this episode. Balanced diet of doom.
Yes. So you want a favorite quote? My favorite quote is when Danny has the thermos in his hand and he's about to like use it to get the lunch lady back into the ghost world, and he goes, "Please work." And I'm just like, #same, Danny.
Which brings me to my next point, because how does he not get sucked up into the ghost thermos or the Phantom thermos? Their last name is Phantom, right?
Fenton. Fenton.
Okay.
Fenton.
Oh, also, sorry, there is one last thing. They have a Doofenshmirtz house.
They do have a Doofenshmirtz house.
They really do.
Doofenshmirtz was later, though, so really, Doofenshmirtz has a Fenton house.
I'm just saying, I'm watching this after Phineas and Ferb, and they have a Doofenshmirtz house.
Yes, they do. They
Literally, I saw their house, and I was like, Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. I don't get how they can get away with it, though.
That's a good question. Like,
how did they get away with it?
Are there not laws in their city that determine what is appropriate to put on? How tall is their house too? Because it looks like it's like 4 stories high.
I'm pretty sure it is 4 stories.
And
their
they
other
have
houses
a basement.
Are like 2 stories. They have 5 stories.
Yeah.
What is also upstairs? Like, is that where all the ghost stuff is?
So the basement is the ghost portal.
So what's
they
upstairs?
Live in the first I would
imagine.
2 stories, and then I don't know what's in the top 2 stories because I don't think I've ever been in them.
Why would you have been inside the Fenton house? No, stop.
This is fine. I don't think we ever see them. I don't ever think we ever see the top 2
stories. So why
stories.
is it there?
We do see the very top one, which is the weird saucer-looking thing, which is supposed to be kind of like it's like a radio station, but instead of picking up radio waves, they're looking for ghosts. It's like a radar station, or like, it looks kind of like an airport control.
Okay.
I don't know why. It's weird. I'm
gonna let you go through your notes for that second episode, because I kind of just want to read mine through, because they literally are all the same.
I'm trying to think if I have anything else about the last. I think we covered everything. Oh no, I have one other thing. Okay. When Mr. Fenton is just like, you are too exhausted to talk, so I'll just keep talking. He says something about eating horses during the war. What war? What is Mr. Fenton's life? Where did he grow up? He's like,
I wanted a pony growing up, but we never had the chance. Although we did eat a lot of horse meat during the war.
yeah. What war is this? When is this supposed to have taken place? Are you saying that you ate horse meat in the 1990s during the first invasion of Iraq? Because, like, did you live in Iraq? Is that how this happened?
I don't know.
What war are you talking about?
I literally do not know how to respond to
this. Is this supposed to be taking place in the 80s? Were you part of Vietnam? Like, I don't understand. I have so many questions.
Well, I think it was him growing up, so he would, depends on how old he is, because, like, if it was...
Yeah. Like, you're a white dude. Were you a white dude that lived in Korea? Were you... I don't understand.
I don't know. I honestly don't.
We ate a lot of horse meat during the war. That's such a throwaway line that I was just like, no. You don't get to say that. Mr. Fenton, I need to know more about your life. What happened to you as a child? I need to know. All right, so I guess we'll move on to parental bonding.
Okay. Because I'd like to just read through my list, because it literally is all the same. I'm not joking.
Do you want to read through, or do you want me to read something, and then you read through, and then...
No, well...
You just read through.
It's funnier if you just go all the way through, no joke.
Just read me your notes. Give me them. I'm waiting for them. I'm going to absorb them in through my skin, I think.
Are you done?
No, it's fine.
You ready for this?
Yes.
Dragon! Pretty girl! Strange necklace? Changing molecules includes clothes. Paulina needs to learn dress code. Tucker needs better pickup lines. Her voice is great. Spite! Smooth motherfucker. Danny, no. Danny, stop! Teacher, no. Teacher, stop! Danny, no! Oh, no. Oh, green dragon. Good friends. Sassy ghost child. Danny, you idiot. Tucker, no! Go, sister, go! Daddy, no! Entrapment. I'm going on a date with a dragon? Yes, boys! Ship! Teacher, stop! Oh, Daddy, no! Sam, no! Daddy, no! Ship.
It's so wonderful to just see your progression of understanding as this goes. Also, I really love that you just wrote entrapment.
No, it was more like entrapment. Because she is 16 years old and talking about entrapment and marriage.
Jazz is just, oh god. For those of you who have never seen this show, at some point, Jazz makes a comment that to Danny, who's going on a date, and she's like...
No, he's going to the dance. It's more than just a date.
It is?
Dances are important.
Okay. All right, then.
He's going to the dance.
He's going to the dance with Paulina, and she's like, make sure she knows how crazy your family is, because if you don't tell her until you're married, that's entrapment. I'm just like, what? Jazz!
So that was an important bullet point.
That's
why I had to read it all together.
Yeah, that was really beautiful. I'm really glad you did that. I have a question.
Yeah?
Why did her mother not let her go to the ball? Why was the princess not allowed to go to the ball? Because if it's because of her anger issues, then I understand. But
well, I think it might have been a reference to Cinderella of some sort.
Oh, she's just Cinderella? I don't know. I'm just like, just let her go to the ball. What is the worst that can happen?
She falls in love and moves away, and her mother loses a maid.
Okay, well. Also, Paulina, 100% has a cult.
Yeah.
Like, there is definitely a cult that is obsessed with her and has, like, a shrine to her. Like, she's probably in mortal danger. Let me explain this to you. Paulina is in mortal danger. Someone is going to come after her one of these days.
So, like Helena and Neo Yokyo.
I don't know what
It's a new anime I found.
Of course it is. You said Helena, and my first thought was Helen of Troy, and I was like, I mean, yeah, someone could kidnap Paulina and accidentally cause a war. So...
I mean, fair. But seriously, though, dress code. She's wearing a crop top. I mean, Kim Possible got away with it because she rocked it with the high-waisted pants.
I forgot that Kim Possible wore high-waisted pants.
Exactly!
Yeah, she's a weird...
But also her voice is fantastic.
But here's the thing. I don't think dress codes exist in like 2000s television shows. Because, they wear a lot of stuff that you're like, there's no, if I'd have worn that to school, I would have been kicked out in 20 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Which I have a lot of problems with dress code, but this is not the place for them.
That is true, though.
Like, do dress codes just not exist? Do we live in a world where women are not objectified? Because if so, I've changed my mind about wanting to live in the real world and would like to join Danny in ghost-filled world. What does it say?
Going to drill practice. Have fun!
Bye! So for those of you who don't know, we're currently filming.
We're in her mother's closet!
We're in my mother's closet because it's the only place quiet enough to record.
And Lola's mother, just slipped a paper underneath the door that says going to drill practice.
Yeah, she's picking up Liana.
And I thought I heard her knocking, but I was like...
I thought one of the dogs was at the door.
I thought it was one of the dogs!
And then there was a paper coming under, and I was like, what?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, that happened.
Oh, I have a question. I have also a statement. Sam has absolutely the best insults in the world.
Yes.
My favorite thing ever is, do you mean if I stood in you, do I think... Or do...
If I stood in a puddle of you...
I could stand in a puddle of you and not get my feet wet.
Yes, that's what it is.
That is genius, okay? This girl needs to become, like, a professional insulter. Is that a thing? Is there a job somewhere where you can get paid to just insult people creatively? Because Sam would rock it.
Gordon Ramsay.
Fair. Also, does Danny's mind control powers actually change people's opinions and personalities? Because, like, he takes over...
What's his face?
Yeah, what is his face? What's his name?
I don't know, and I don't care, but he did have a sudden urge to rub his mother's feet after Danny mentioned it.
Yes.
But it also doesn't take away memories, too, because, like, at the dance... His dad was like, wait, who are you talking to my wife?
Well,
like,
they don't remember. Oh,
he
but
talked to him earlier
He
before.
did talk to him earlier,
Yeah.
which is weird.
Mm-hmm. So, like, was he slowly just breaking away his father's mind?
Have we discovered what Alzheimer's really is?
It's Danny just possessing everybody?
Yeah, it's just ghost possession is what it is.
We need to get the Winchesters on this.
That we could solve all memory loss problems.
This is a step for humanity.
Yes.
Scientific breakthroughs in the throwback time machine.
Yes. Is
this our throwback time machine?
The closet?
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we are. Hey, we're both back in the closet.
We had a video about coming out of the closet.
Why are we back in here? No, it's fine. Oh, and Danny, teachers are underpaid and underappreciated. That is not some joke for you to throw around because you don't like your teacher. They are underpaid and underappreciated.
I'd like to talk about the teacher. My note was creepy fat teacher. Must be evil.
He's not evil. He's super weird.
Yes.
Especially
with his, like, hip lingo book.
His hip lingo book. My favorite thing is that he swears using classic novels. So, like, Paradise Lost! At one point, he will say, Romeo and Juliet! I'm just like, what? I'm so confused. I love it though. I very much like him. He's a character that, even though he's like a bad guy, he's not a bad guy. Even though he's like an obstacle that they have to get past, like I always really identified with him. Like he's just a teacher trying to do his job, and there's a lot of annoying kids around.
I mean, isn't that high school?
Yes. Oh, and I got so mad at Paulina when she messed up the shirts.
She didn't mess them up. Oh,
yeah.
you mean making the giant pile and then burning them?
Yeah. Yes.
It gave me stress.
I was like, Paulina, don't do that.
Because I worked at a clothing store for like a few months, and that was the worst thing when I got a display done, and then people came through and were like, ah!
Yes. Oh, here's a note that I made. So when Danny's like, I'm going on a date with a dragon, my immediate thought was Lee's boyfriend always goes on a date with a dragon.
That's me.
Lee the dragon, it's fine. Also, Tucker is like, I'm not doing this, and then the minute Sam shows up in her dress, he's like, oh no, she's pretty.
That's the point where I was like, ship! And then when Danny and Sam were dancing, I was like, ship!
Yes. Also, okay, where is this dance taking place? Because there's like 3 different rooms that they go into that are like big, like ballroom style. There's like a gym that they're in, and then he walks into the hallway, but it doesn't look like a hallway. It looks like a legitimate other room.
Right.
Like, where are they? Are they at their school? How does
They aren't the school because they end up on the football field.
Yeah. How does their school fit all of these things into its building? I don't understand.
It's a kids' TV show. That is my answer for most things.
It's just big. It's bigger on the inside.
Ah, TARDIS.
Yes. Casper High is actually a TARDIS. They don't know it, but they are all learning about science in
Gallifreyan.
In a pocket dimension. It's fine. Oh, and the property he destroyed. Okay. Sam gets the amulet and then promptly destroys the girls' bathroom.
Yes, she blows a hole in the roof.
How does nobody notice that? Like,
that was my point in the first episode, because I was like, nobody notices anything.
Yeah.
Because there's a whole debacle in the hallway with the meat ghost, and the teacher comes out and he's like, you started a food fight in the cafeteria. I'm like, do you not see the hallway?
Yeah, there are lockers open everywhere. There is paper strewn about. There are books falling apart.
There's meat!
Yes!
In the hole!
Yes! I also really love when, in the first episode, when Danny's dad is like, I'll turn my back on ghosts.
And then the explosion.
And then as soon as he turns his back, there's a giant explosion from the ghost battle that's going on around the corner.
And then Danny steals the thermos, and he's like, I know they were real! And then laughs at his daughter's face!
Yeah, he probably...
I'm like, sir, you are a terrible father. How have you made it this far?
He gets better.
I know. Okay, their
Does
mom
he get
is not
better?
that okay.
I don't remember if he gets better. We'll find out.
The thing about it, though, is that, like, the mother is the most sane out of the two. But the thing about it is that she, like, supports his dream, but she supports it too much.
Yeah, chill. Hon. Take a step back.
Because at one point she's like, honey, do you think we're overreacting? I mean, I don't think Jazz is a ghost. And he's like, that's what she wants us to think.
Danny is not a ghost. No. Jazz is.
The ghost tracker. You must be an idiot to not see the ghost right in front of you.
Yeah, okay, but here's the thing. She programmed that to talk to you like that.
Mm-hmm.
So she programmed the ghost finder to insult her husband when he was being stupid.
Do you think she knows that Danny's actually a ghost?
No, because it's a plot point later in the series that she doesn't.
Oh, well.
Although, if it had not... Although, I'm not sure there... in the final episode, it comes up that she doesn't know that Danny is a ghost.
Or do you think she was kidding? She made
Well, it's a pretty dramatic...
I'm just
freak out that
saying,
she had.
like, in the first episode and in the second episode already, she kind of, like... put out that vibe, like, maybe Danny is a ghost. Maybe there's something weird about our 14-year-old child.
What? I will be on board with this. I will be on board with Mrs. Fenton knowing that her son is a ghost and not saying anything about it because she wants him to tell her on his own.
Oh!
That would be sweet.
Yes.
If Danny is trans.
Yes!
Which he is.
Yes.
End of story.
Yep.
I would imagine that that's exactly what they did with Danny being trans.
Mm-hmm.
And I also imagine that 100% it was Mrs. Fenton being like, I know this. When you're ready to tell me, you let me know.
Also, A+ with supportive sibling relationships. You never see those in kids' TV shows. Like, even now.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that, like, kids don't see, is a supportive sibling friendship.
Especially an older sibling that's like, no, I am going to take care of you. Like, Jazz is the best sister.
Yes.
Is the best big sister.
Like, no joke.
Jazz is the big sister I wanted to be. Like, 100%. Just like, no! You are being awful. I am protecting this child. Like, she may go a little overboard about it, but, like, she's really sweet, and she loves her brother a lot.
I
and
need
she's
more
like,
Jazz, especially when she was helping that one goth guy.
We get there.
Yay!
Jazz is definitely a recurring character. She's very important to the series. I love her.
Very excited for what's to come.
Yeah.
And we'll find out more next time when
yeah.
we enter the Throwback time machine.
Right. So, I guess, so far, does this hold up? I guess you've never seen it.
Yeah.
So, does it hold up to mine and Dalton's obsession with it?
I mean, it's pretty good so far, but we're only, like, 2 episodes in.
Yeah.
So, we'll have to...
I mean, I think it holds up.
It's I wish I could have seen it growing up, because I would have loved this growing up.
Yeah, it's very good. I'm very happy that...
But, I'm glad I'm watching it now, and I'm gonna have less people on my back for not watching things that I haven't seen.
Yeah, that's fair. So I guess we can end with where you can find us.
Well, we're always here.
Yeah,
In the Throwback time machine.
We're in the Throwback time machine. We never leave.
No.
We're trapped here forever.
We're trapped until we finish at least one season of something.
This is our home now. We're thinking of installing a mini fridge.
Maybe some oxygen.
I mean,
we're running out.
It's not exactly. Yeah. It's not exactly. Where was I going with this?
I don't know.
It's not exactly airtight. I think we'll be okay, oxygen wise.
I mean,
and
we
also,
probably should bring the pilot system back up. We have been orbiting Earth for a while.
This is true.
Yeah.
We really do need to...
We need to find a way back to Earth.
We turned the piloting... That's stupid. Why did we turn the piloting...
It shut down when we entered orbit. It short-circuited and started playing Danny Phantom. Excellent. So the only way to fix it is to finish watching Danny Phantom.
All right. So check back in next week for the next installment of whether or not Lola and Lee are going to get out of this one alive. So you can find me at LolaMarie1994 on Twitter. I'm on Tumblr. LolaHatter0912. Sort of. I just reblog weird things and then never say anything useful. You
have your Instagram?
I do have... Oh, yes, I do have my Instagram.
Yes,
which is also at LolaMarie1994. You can find...
No, it's at LM Hatter.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm an idiot. It's at LM Hatter. My Instagram is at LM Hatter. And, where can we find you on the internet?
Oh, well, I'm always on Instagram at Disney's Avon because I refuse to change my username.
Disney's.Avon.
Yep, Disney's.Avon, yes. You'll find me by all my Bill cosplays, so it's not hard to find me. But we also have the 7YOB Instagram, which is 7YOB Productions, which we try to post once a day, and we're doing a pretty good job so far.
Except for, like, 3 days where I just disappeared from the internet.
To be fair, I should have been filling in those days, but I was too tired.
Fair.
We have a Facebook, which is also 7YOB Productions.
Yeah, we have 2 YouTube channels. This one is going to be on Bloody Squared. And then there's at 7YOB Productions, which doesn't... We don't have enough followers to say we're at youtube.com/7YOB Productions or youtube.com/Bloody Squared.
We're just at YouTube.
So we're a string of weird numbers, but you can find us on our Facebook page. There's a link to it.
We also have a Tumblr. We have a few Tumblrs, actually, for 7YOB, because we have the 7YOB, like, we just have the production blog. And then we have
7YOB Productions. And
we have our OCs blog.
Meet the 7YOB OCs. And you can follow Lee on Twitter at King Dragon Lee.
the only thing that I have on Twitter is all my incorrect quotes that Lola keeps tweeting.
They're not incorrect quotes, okay? They're
Out of context, sorry.
quotes, and they're amazing. So follow Lee at @King_Dragon_Lee. And
Where
it's,
is it?
Yeah, it's King.
Yes, you would know more than I.
I have typed this in so many times. @King_DragonLEE. We'll see you next week.
Next time we should just put it in the description. That's so much to say.
It's easier to say it too. We can do both.
It's true. See you next time in the time machine.
Yeah, we'll see you later. Bye. Bye. Hopefully we're alive and have not died from oxygen deprivation. All right. Peace.